Hello and welcome to today's science lesson. So first of all guys, can we all turn to wave and say a big hello to our friends on camera?
Hello!
Hello! And we'll begin by doing our meditation sequence. So I will sit down, take 2 fingers, find our heart center, left hand on our lap and close our eyes. And when you're ready guys, you can open your eyes and come back to the room. Excellent. And next we'll do our stretching sequence. So let's stand up and push in our chairs. And we'll begin by stretching up high to the sky. And then let's go down low, touch our toes. And now go back up high. And this time, can we go tippy toe high? And let's have a wave when we're there. And then back down, touch your toes. Okay, stand up straight. And we'll go left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. And next we'll have 5 stretches to our left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 5 stretches to our right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent guys. And to finish, we'll do 5 star jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. Have a seat guys. So who can remember what we learnt about in science class recently?
Water properties.
Excellent. We've been learning about water and in particular water properties. So let's spell that on the board. W-A-T-E-R. Water. Properties. P-R-O-P. E-R-T-I-E-S. Water properties. Very good guys. And if you can remember, there were 3 different properties that we looked at. Number 1, we looked at excellent shape. S-H-A-P-E. Number 2, color. Excellent. Excellent. And number 3, change. Yes, we looked at how water can change. H-A-N-G-E. Okay, so what did we decide about water's shape? Does water have a shape? No. Remember, whatever we use as a container for water, water will become that shape. We had circle, square, tall, short. Whatever we used for the water changed. So we said water was shapeless. Shape, L-E-S-S. Shapeless. Excellent. And how about colour? Colourless. Remember, if you hold a bottle or a glass of water, you can actually see through it. It won't be completely clear, but it's see-through. So that means that water is colourless. Colour, L-E-S-S. Remember we did the experiment where we added different colours to our water. And whatever colour we added, the water would change to that colour. Because water is colourless. Now how about change? Do you remember the previous lesson? We had ice, and then we had water, and then we had the kettle. When we turn the kettle on, steam. Water, ice, steam. So that tells us that water can change. So we say water is changeable. This means that water can change. If water is freezing, what does it become? Ice. If water is boiling, what does it become? Steam. So that tells us water is changeable. Okay guys, so one final time. Shapeless, colourless, and changeable. They're the 3 properties of water we've looked at. Very well done, guys. And what we're going to move on today to look at is something called states. States. We've already looked at it really in the previous lesson, because remember before when we mentioned, what do we call water when it freezes? Ice. Ice. And then when water melts, it becomes liquid again as water. Excellent. And then when we boil water and it becomes steam. S-T-E-A-M. So we have ice, water, and steam. These represent the 3 states. The 3 states are known as, when it's ice, it's hard. Water is hard, yes? You can touch it. So we call solid. S-O-L-I-D. Solid. Water in solid form is ice. But then, when it melts again and becomes water, what type of property is it? Liquid. Liquid. L-I-Q-U-I-D. Liquid. And then, next we boil the water. It becomes steam. What type of matter is steam? Beginning with G. Gas. G-A-S. These are our 3 states of matter. Solid, liquid, and gas. Excellent, guys. Well done. So what we're going to do now, we're going to have a look at a PowerPoint presentation which tells us more about these three states of matter: solid, liquid, and gas. Okay, guys? So let's turn our chairs to have a look at the TV screen. So let's take a look at our PowerPoint presentation about the three states of matter. What this means is everything in the world is made up of these three states of matter. You can see on the picture we have ice. Ice is solid. Water, liquid. And here we have steam. Steam is gas. Solid, liquid, gas. Everything in the world is made up of one of these three states of matter. You see? Everything on earth is made up of the three states. Solids. Solids are things you can feel and hold, such as trees, chairs, cars. Anything that you can touch and hold is solid. Pencils, pens, calculator, chair, cup, everything is solid. Ruler, yes, ruler is solid. Anything that we can hold in our hand or touch is solids. Next we have liquids. Liquids are wet. Yes, anything that is wet is liquid. Like the main type of one we have is water. Water is the main liquid. But you can see here, here's a bottle of Cola. Liquid. Yes. Coffee. Tea. Orange juice. Apple juice. Anything that's wet is liquids. And here you can see water, Coke, and oceans. 70% of planet Earth is water. That means that 70% of our planet is liquids. Human beings, how much liquid do you think we have in our body? 70% inside our bodies is liquids. Like blood is the main one, but overall everything inside our body is liquids. What's the next one? Can you remember? Beginning with G? Gas. Excellent. Gases. And what's the one we looked at in the previous lesson? When water boils, we get steam. Excellent. You can see the water here. The kettle is boiling and the water has become steam. What's one of the main uses of gases in our lives? Breathing. We need oxygen, carbon dioxide. These are the main things we need to live. If we had no gases, we wouldn't survive because we need to breathe. Oxygen, carbon dioxide, and steam. Water is a liquid. Can anyone think of any other liquids? Milk. Excellent. Milk is a liquid. Anything that's wet. Soda, liquid. Coffee. Tea. Orange juice. All of these things, anything we can drink is liquid. Because if it's not liquid, we can't drink it. If we freeze water, it becomes solid in the form of ice. Yes, when it's water, it's a liquid, but water becomes hard, it becomes solid. Do you know what this is? Igloo. Yes, this is a house for people who live in the North Pole. They have their houses made of ice. Water freezes at 0 degrees. Yes, that's the point of freezing. You can see here in this picture, this place is very cold. Look at the floor. Freezing. All of the cars frozen. If we boil water, it becomes gas in the form of steam. Like we learnt in the previous lesson, we turn on the kettle and after a little while the water will heat and boil, and then it will come out of the kettle as steam. Water boils at 100 degrees. So we had solid ice, liquid water, gas, steam. And you can see how sometimes things can change between the three states of matter. Something that's solid, if it melts, can become a liquid. And then, if that boils, it becomes a gas, like we've seen with water. So any more questions, guys? No. Okay, well done. Welcome back to class. We hope your students enjoyed the PowerPoint presentation about the three states of matter. So what were them states again, guys? When something's hard, it is solid. Okay? S-O-L-I-D. Solid. And when something's wet, it is a liquid. Excellent. I-Q-U-I-D. Liquid. And finally, when liquid boils, it evaporates and becomes gas. G-A-S. So we learnt about this already. We did it without even knowing. When water is solid, what do we call it? When it's hard. Solid. When it's hard, what do we call hard water? Ice. I-C-E. Ice. Then when water melts again into liquid form, water. We call water normal. Excellent. And then when we boil water, it becomes a gas in the form. Excellent. So you see, the three states of matter, when we take one, we can turn it into the other. Like ice can melt to become water. And then if we boil water, it can become steam. But it can also work the other way. If steam is in a room and it gets cold, well then you will start to see it condensate. It will start to drip because it comes back to water. And then, if water gets cold, if we freeze water, it will become ice. So the three states of matter are interchangeable. One can become the other. Well done, guys. That was excellent. And now it's time for our stretching sequence. So let's stand up and push in our chairs. Now we're going to have a round of teacher says. So listen carefully. If teacher says, we can do. But if you don't hear teacher says, don't do. Okay? Touch your nose. Teacher says, touch your hips. Touch your toes. Teacher says, touch your head. Teacher says, jump up and down. Stop. Teacher says, stop. Teacher says, turn around. Turn around. Teacher says, put your hands on your hips. Teacher says, put your hands on your knees. Teacher says, put your hands on your shoulders. Touch your toes. Teacher says, stand up straight. Teacher says, 5 star jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, guys, sit down. And now we're going to conduct an experiment to see how different materials can change from one state of matter to another. The 2 states of matter we're going to concentrate on here is solid and liquid. We can't really look at gases, but we're going to look at how solid and liquid objects can mix together. So we have raspberry, orange juice, sugar, and cornstarch. What we're going to do is we're going to mix all of these different items with some water and give them a stir. And after a minute or so, we're going to pour them into our empty containers. You can see these containers are currently completely empty. And what we've done, we've attached a cloth together with an elastic band to fasten it on top. Because what we'll look to do is pour the water mixed with our material into this glass. And if it reacts and dissolves into the water, there should be nothing left on top. But what you will see is that something doesn't dissolve in the water, it will remain on top of the cloth. So, step 1, we'll add our water to our glasses. So at the moment, all we've got is clear water in our glasses. We've got our 4 glasses. And at the moment, water is in its natural form. So this is liquid. So now we have 4 liquid cups of water. And what I will do, I will go first. I have orange juice, which is another liquid. So what I will do, I will open my container carefully, because this is bound to be wet, and I will add my orange juice to my water. So you can see straight away that it has reacted with the water. And what we'll do now is we'll move on and we'll look at our group who has cornstarch. Would you like to add your cornstarch to your water, guys?
Yes.
Okay, so you can take your lids off your containers. There you go. You can add your cornstarch to your water. Guys who have the sugar, would you like to add yours?
Yes.
There you go. Add it all. And with your spoons, you can begin to stir. And here we have the raspberry group. So here you go. You can add your raspberry to your water. And what we'll do, once our materials are inside, we will stir for around 30 seconds. Excellent. Keep stirring, guys. Okay. Because what this will do, this process will give our materials a chance to dissolve with the water. Excellent. Okay, that should be enough time to stir So what we'll do now, place our spoons onto our container tops. Excellent. Very good, guys. Very good. Now we're ready for the next stage. And this stage has to be done very slowly. We don't want to pour too quick. We have our orange juice in water. We have our raspberry in water. Sugar in water. Cornstarch in water. You can see we've mixed all of our different objects into the water. And you can see here, we have our sugared water. So what I will do first, very slowly, let me do it first, guys. I will demonstrate by pouring the water and the orange juice very slowly onto the cloth. And what you should see after a while is that the water will start to dissolve into the cloth. You don't have to pour it all, we can just pour a small amount on top. You see? And what's happening now is you can hear the water and the orange juice is moving through the liquid cloth. So, cornstarch gang, would you like to pour a little amount of cornstarch and water on top? Excellent. A little bit more, guys. A little bit more. That'll do it. That'll do it. And then we can wait. Now for the sugar. Excellent. A little bit more. Okay. A little bit more. That's fine. Excellent. And how about the raspberry and the water? Okay. Very good. Now I will take a little bit more. And we will wait. And now, after waiting a few minutes and filling all of our containers, we can see the results of our experiment. I had the orange juice, and as you can see, all of the orange juice has gone through the cloth into the container. This is expected because it's liquid reacting with liquids. Our next gang, what did you have, guys?
Sugar.
Sugar. And as you can see, all of the sugar has also gone through into the water. This is because sugar will dissolve with water. So sugar changes from solid to liquid. But how about our cowport? What happened? How about the cornstarch? What did it do? It hasn't gone in, has it? You can see the cornstarch has stayed as a solid. This means it didn't change state. It stayed as a solid state of matter and is still on the top of the cloth. You can see here, it remains on the top. And then finally, raspberry gang. You can see here, did the rice change its state? No, the rice is a solid, and the rice also did not react with the water. You can see the water went through, but the rice remained on the top of the container, on the top of the cloth. So this means that the rice did not dissolve or change state. It remained as a solid. Okay, guys? So that was a great experiment and very well done. Round of applause. Welcome back to class. We hope your students enjoyed doing the experiment where we could understand how some objects can change form from solid to liquid. Yes, like the sugar that we had in our experiment, it began in solid form. Then after our students turned it into the water and stirred it, it dissolved into liquid. But other things, one of our students had rice. And when we stirred in the water, it didn't change. It remained as a solid. So some things, guys, can dissolve and cannot dissolve. But it was an excellent experiment, so well done. And now teachers, it's time for the worksheet part of the lesson. So what you'll need to do is print off the worksheet and have one for every student in your class. Because what our students need to do, they need to look at the word box. And inside the word box, there are 12 different items. Our students have to decide if they are solid, liquid, or gas. There's 12 words, 4 of them will be solid, 4 of them will be liquids, and 4 of them will be gases. So they need to write the correct words in the correct columns. Okay, guys? But what's the first thing we need to do? Write our names on top. And give our students around 10 minutes for this activity and help them with anything they need. Welcome. Net?
Thank you, teacher.
You're welcome. Prel?
Thank you, teacher.
You're welcome. Bangpon?
Thank you, teacher.
You're welcome. Pakbong? You're welcome. And Chew? That's for you. So, have a look. Some of them we've done already. For example, water. What do we think? Water is a liquid. Excellent. But then, when water freezes, what does water become?
Solid.
It becomes solid as ice. Yes, you see, we already have water as the liquid, but then when water freezes, it becomes ice and is solid. But then, if we heat water and water boils, it becomes gas as steam. So have a look at your other words, guys, and see what you think. Any questions, let me know. For example, banana. What is a banana? What state of matter? Solid. Yes, we can hold a banana. We can touch it. It's a solid. Yep. The chair you're sitting on right now is solid. What do you think, Ned? Gas. So our first gas we've got, water, when it's heated, steam. Yes. Oxygen. Ah, exactly. Okay. We need oxygen to breathe, we need gas, yes. So what do we think? Banana. Banana is a solid. So you can write here. What do you think? Is orange juice a solid? Can we drink orange juice? Yes. So orange juice is liquid. Like in the experiment we just did, I poured orange juice into the water and it just mixed because both of them are liquids. Excellent. So what do we think? Banana. Banana is a solid. Yes. Very good, guys. Okay. Coffee. Oh, sorry. Soda. Let's see. Pencil. Is this solid? Soda. We can drink soda, liquid. Excellent. The pencil you're writing with now is a solid. If it wasn't solid, you wouldn't be able to hold it and write with. Everything in the world is made up of either solids, liquids, or gases. Even in this room now, even though you can't see it, it's full of gas, oxygen. Perfect. Banana. Welcome back to class, and we hope your students enjoyed the worksheet activity where they had to look at the 12 various items in the word box and decide if they were solid, liquid or gas. So all together finally, guys, solids, ice, banana, pencil, Chair. And then we have liquid. Water. Orange juice. Coffee. And soda. And finally, gas. Steam. Air. Oxygen. And smoke. There are 12 words and are 3 states of matter. So well done, guys. That was excellent. Okay, so finally, just to recap, everything in this world is made up of one of the 3 states of matter, and they are solid, liquid, and gas. Excellent. And that's it for today's lesson. So we hope you've enjoyed it, had fun doing your experiment, and also found it interesting too. We'll see you again soon for the next lesson. So for now, guys, can we turn to wave and say goodbye? Goodbye. Bye-bye. See you again next time.